No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
Alright everybody, before we get into the video, the channel has officially been okay to do memberships now, so if you missed the highlights, that's where you can watch them. We also have Discord bonuses and private emojis and a bunch of stuff, so if you want to support the channel, support the cult, that is the best place to do it. But let's get into the video because this rant was actually pretty funny. Alright everybody, welcome back to more Ignorance in Basketball, and yes, you read the title correctly. This is not a drill. Devin Booker is in health and safety protocols. Now I'm just gonna assume the worst and assume that means he has that vid, which is not great. I mean, how do you get it twice in 1 year if you're like vaxxed and all that? Isn't that like not supposed to happen? But whatever, here we are. Somebody call Joe Rogan. Okay, can we get some whatever he has? Because this is just getting ridiculous. I mean, no Chris Paul, no campaign. Aaron Holiday missed a game. I don't even know if he'll be back. And now no Devin. I'm stuck. We as Suns fans are stuck with our two least favorite guards, Landry Shamet and Elfrid Payton. And I can't even say their names together because they're both just disappointments, one and the same. I had high hopes kind of for both, more Landry than the other one. See, I can't even remember their names at the same time. It's just too much negativity on my brain at one time to remember both of their disappointing ass names. That's why I have to call him Shovelhead, because his head could be used as a shovel because his chin is so sharp. If you never understood that joke, you're welcome. And there is an emoji in the join section on the channel. If you want to support the channel, that's how you do it. Maybe you could give me some better news today, because my God. This is the one silver lining as far as Devin having that vid. If he does, which he probably does. He got it now instead of like right before the playoffs, so obviously he'll be back before then, and that's just less time on his knees and lower body stuff, because we know he's kind of got hamstring issues. This man did not want to take a break last season, so he pretty much has just been playing basketball for 2 years straight. He did have some other like little injuries this season, but you know, it's not like he missed 20 games like DA did, so it'll just give him some extra rest before the playoffs. I guess that's good. And then hopefully if he does have that vid, enough time to get like, you know, back in rhythm. What was that, like an extra month or so? You know, I'm not good with math. And that's the only positive thing I can think of. Now let's get back to the ranting. No Chris Paul, he broke his hand on a pass. How do you even do that? My only thing I wanted in that Rockets game was for them to just leave healthy. I'm like, this team is garbage. This organization is garbage. Again, Tillman Fertitta was handed a championship winning franchise. You had Chris Paul, James Harden. They were breaking all these records offensively and defensively. They were half of a hamstring away from beating arguably the greatest team of all time. It's disgusting that I just said that, but it's true. With Kevin Durant added to the Warriors, it was just not fair. Nobody stood a chance. Let's be real about it. This team was half of a hamstring away. 6 games. Or were they up 3-2? That's what you were handed. And look where you're at now. You are a garbage owner, and it's funny to see you fail. It sucks for the fans, but it's funny to see you fail. You should have kept your mouth shut. That's all I'm going to say. He said Chris Paul had the worst contract in the NBA, and now you have John Wall. So how's that working out for you? And anytime I get a chance to bring that up, I'm gonna bring that up because it's the right thing to do. So yeah, we have that. Chris Paul broke his hand on a pass. Didn't even know that was humanly possible, but of course he found a way. Hopefully he will eat enough broccoli and cauliflower to heal his hand, but I am not in control of that, and I don't know what's going to happen because I don't have a crystal ball in front of me yet, but I'm working on it. Who else got hurt? Cameron Payne broke his wrist, I'm assuming, because he's been out for I don't even know how long. We didn't even see the play where he hurt himself. We thought, oh, he's out, he'll be back in a couple games, and then we've just been waiting for, it feels like 3 months, and this man is just refusing to come back. And then we get Aaron Holiday. Then we need him for a game. He's nowhere to be found, so he's out. I mean, damn, who would think, right? Who, if you had told somebody 4 years ago that a championship contending team would absolutely need Cameron Payne, they would have laughed in your face and put you in an insane asylum. But look where we're at. I am on my hands and knees begging for this. Okay, I'm not doing that. But we need this man to come back, all right? Cameron Payne, we need you. We need you to complete this Disney movie of a thing that you call life and end it with a championship in 2022 because the Memphis Grizzlies are coming. I'm sorry to say it, but they scare me. The Nets scare me. They have Ben Simmons now. We'll see how he looks. But even without him, they're kind of scary. They got Seth Curry. That was a decent pickup for them. And I mean, Paul Millsap, that's hilarious. Andre Drummond is like whatever. In the playoffs, he's very mid, as the children say. But the Nets do scare me. The Celtics are getting better, but I don't think they're real contenders. The Bulls, no. The Heat, I would feel good about the Suns' chances against the Heat. But the Grizzlies are for real. They're good this year, but I think next year they're going to be like really good. So you need to get your championship aspirations out of the way now. I'm not saying they couldn't beat them next season, but they don't even have Dylan Brooks, and they're already really, really good. So, and they've had, like, Jaws miss, what did he miss, like 20-something games? It's not like they've been super healthy either, and they're half a game away from the Warriors, who have lost how many in a row now? I mean, I just don't understand all these Warriors fans, the Stephen A. Smiths of the world who think the Warriors are a lock to win it all. It's like, bitch, have you not been watching? I know they don't have Draymond and James Wiseman, who, let's not forget, was so bad he didn't even play. I don't know why people bring him up like he's a fucking all-star. He's not playable. He's that bad. And he hasn't played in like 2 years. Do you think he's going to get better all of a sudden? What do you think? He's been in training like he's Goku in like a hyperbolic time chamber or something? Like, what do you think this is? People who don't play for a year don't come back better than they were. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But that's what they do. They just like to talk about 3 teams. The Nets now, because KD is on it, the Lakers, and the Warriors. Those are the only teams in the NBA as far as the media is concerned. I get it. They make you more money. This is America, whatever. But anytime I get a chance to make fun of Golden State, you know I'm going to do it. Also, San Francisco is a garbage city. Yes, I said it, and guess what? I meant it. Who else? Who else is for real? The Mavericks, I think, are for real. I think the Suns actually match up well with them because Mikal does a really good job of guarding Luka, who is obviously like their entire offense. But they're getting better. They actually are really good defensively now, so that's interesting. I wouldn't be shocked if they beat the Warriors, to be honest. I saw that nice little comeback that they had. That made me feel real nice inside. Also, the Warriors losing to the Timberwolves is justice. It's hilarious, and I'm here for it, and I hope they can continue to lose games. But that's why I'm not even worried about them taking the second seed. I know Draymond's coming back eventually, and I'm sure things are going to get better when he does. But I think the Memphis is probably going to get that second seed. I mean, they're half a game away now. And they're 8 games up against, the Suns are 8 games up against the Grizzlies. I'm just saying, as long as the Suns can get home court against Golden State, I think they should be fine. If they don't have it in against Memphis and somehow the Grizzlies get to the Western Conference Finals, I would feel fine about that. TBH. And they'll have home court against anybody in the East, so they're good. Also, how do we feel about the Nets? Because the Nets terrify me. They really scare me. Like, a healthy Nets team scares me. Healthy Sixers team, not so much, because I just know James Harden loves to fail. Although, seeing the Suns lose to that team would probably make me stop watching the sport of basketball. I would become a golf fan or something. I don't know. I would have to just totally distance myself from the sport because that would be probably the worst thing that could ever happen to me as far as basketball is concerned. But healthy KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons, if he's not, a bitch, which he has been pretty much his whole career, but we'll see. Well, not his whole career. I think mentally he has been. I remember before this dude even played a game, he was on like Jimmy Kimmel or one of those bullshit shows. And I was just like, this guy sucks. Like, I just don't like him. And I didn't know why. I was just like, I just don't like this guy's vibe. He's coming off real unlikable. And I was right because I'm wicked smart. But yeah, you guys let me know, who do you think is the biggest threat to the Suns in each conference? I'm saying Golden State healthy. We'll see what they look like healthy. We haven't even seen Draymond and Clay play together. I'm thinking, right? Are these struggles because Draymond is out, or is it because Clay is back, or is it both? Do you think they'll have time to like figure it all out? Like I'm saying, if Draymond comes back and Clay is still there, are they going to be worse than they were before Clay was there? Does that make sense? Because it's still adding a huge piece to your offense that hasn't played in a while. So I know he dropped whatever in the D League, but who cares? We hear about people dropping 100 points in the D League all the time, and then they come to the NBA, and guess what? Things are a little different. Isaiah Thomas, prime example. I just saw a thing yesterday that said Nick Stauskas dropped like 60, and I was like, who? Oh, I forgot about that guy. Exactly. You hear about oh shit, I forgot about that guy. That's who you hear about in the D League, dropping 60. So it doesn't seem that hard to do as far as like NBA. I'm not saying I could do it, but like Kanye said, if you put your mind to something, you can do anything. I don't know if he's ever said that, but it sounds like something he would say. This video has just been a 10-minute rant. Isn't every video like that though? You should be used to it by now. Let's be honest. How are you guys feeling about this vid situation? Are you hopeful? Are you happy Devin is resting his ankles and knees and whatnot? How do you get it in twice in 1 year though? Like, come on. Hey, stay away from these Kardashians. They are bad luck as far as I'm concerned. All right. I don't think I have much else to say. Again, leave a comment on your favorite, or not favorite, who you think is the biggest threat in each conference. And I'll be making a video on this Trailblazers game regardless, win or loss, just because I miss it. And check out the membership page if you want to see me going over the highlights again, because that's where they're at. And shout out to everybody who has joined the membership. Their names are on the screen now. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace.